Hi students, I am Nimisha and I will be teaching you your next math chapter, probability. What is this probability? In layman English normal terms, we already know probability means what are the chances. For example, there are 100 people in your class and all of you are putting a lottery ticket together. What is the probability that you will win? What are the chances that you will win? What is the probability that today it is going to rain? What is the probability that tomorrow is a holiday? Right? So, what are the chances? It may or may not happen, but there is a possibility for it happening. How much percent is that? What is the chance? What are the chances that it may happen? So, what probability? We do the mathematical function probability on something called as a random experiment. What is a random experiment? A random experiment is an experiment in which you know these are the possible outcomes, but you don't know which one you are going to get. You know this can happen, but you don't know which among this you are going to get. For example, a dice. In a dice, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, correct? A cuboid, a dice has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know that if I throw the dice, I will get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. But do I know exactly which one I will get? No. So, a random experiment is an experiment in which all the possible outcomes are known, but which outcome you are going to get, you don't know. Such an experiment is called a random experiment. What are all the possible outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 possible outcomes, each numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if I take it and I put it in the list, if I list it out together like this, if I put it in this form, this will be called the sample space of the dice or sample space of the experiment. So sample space consists the list of all possible outcomes. What is an event? An event is the outcome that you desire, the outcome that you want. When I am playing snake and ladder, for the first coin to move on the card, I want a 6. When I throw the dice, I want a 6. Then only my coin will go and sit on the first number. So you desire 6. 6 will become the event. The event is nothing but the desirable outcome. What do you want? Probability of an event. Now comes the main definition of probability. Probability of an event is defined as the number of outcomes favorable to E divided by total number of possible outcomes of the random experiment. Confusing. Let's break it down and first understand with an example. In this dice, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let us say the probability, the event, what do you desire? I desire an even number. I want an even number to come out. So I want to know what are my chances that if I throw the dice, I will get an even number. The possible numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So among 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which all are even? 2, 4 and 6. So 3 possible events, 3 possible outcomes that are favorable to your event. That means 2, 4, 6 are the possible outcomes favorable to the event. They support the event. If any of this comes, my event is a tick. Yes, it has happened. You have got the desired outcome. So there are 3 possible outcomes that are favorable to my event. What are the total possible outcomes? 6. This is half. That means there are half chances that if you throw the dice, you will get an even number. Another half is for odd number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6 are the outcomes that are even. They all support your event. So they are called favorable outcomes. They are favoring your event. The event is to get an even number. So this will be in the numerator. The total possible outcomes will be here 6. So this is half. If you want to convert it to percentage, just multiply it into 100 and put a percent symbol. So that means you have 50% chances that if you throw the dice, you will get an even number. So going back to the definition of probability of an event, probability of an event is defined as the number of outcomes favorable to the event divided by the total number of possible outcomes of the experiment. Which kind of experiment are you conducting? Random experiment. You need to know this definition. Every problem in probability in your exam paper, when you are writing, first write the definition and then do your answer. You have to write it before using the formula, no using it directly. So now let's study something called as a sure event. Sure event is an event in which you know this outcome only will come. This outcome will only come. For example, when you throw a dice, the number you get is always less than 7. Agreed? Yes? So when I throw a dice, what is the probability of getting the number less than 7? What are the favorable outcomes? We have totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Less than 7, less than 7, less than 7, less than 7, less than 7. All of them are favoring the event. So all 6 are favoring the event. What are the total possible outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So therefore 1 or 100%. We multiply it into 100 and make it in percentage. So the probability of a sure event is 1. You need to know this. Next, impossible event. You know for sure this event will never occur. Probability of getting a number, probability of getting 100 when throwing a dice. If I throw a dice, will I ever get 100? No, there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How will you get 100? So the probability, so there are no favorable outcomes. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there is not even 100 possible. So there are 0 favorable, nothing favors this. What are the total possible outcomes? 6. 0 by anything is 0, anything by 0 is infinity, keep that in mind. So 0 by anything, 0, so this is 0. So an impossible event, the probability of an impossible event is 0. This was just an example. There are different objects whose probability we'll be studying, different situations, but in main, we have 3 situations that we keep talking about. What happens when a coin is tossed? What happens when a dice is rolled? And what happens if I pick a card out of a deck of cards? Deck of cards means a pack. A pack has 52 cards. That's also referred to as deck of cards. So, cards, coin and dice rolling. We are going to study all these 3 experiments and the different cases in it. What happens if I toss one coin? If I toss one coin, what are the possible outcomes? When I toss one coin, then I can get either a head or a tail. Now you and your friend are arguing. You say, let's toss a coin and decide whether you have to go to the movie or we have to go to the park. So if it's heads, it's movie. If it's tail, it's park. So what do? You toss the coin, correct? So when you toss a coin, one coin, you can get either a head or a tail. So there are 2 possible outcomes. What if 2 coins are tossed? 2 coins are tossed or 1 coin tossed 2 times means the same. See, we're playing a game in which we're telling, see, Nimisha, if you get head 2 times, we'll toss the coin 2 times. If both the times you get head, we will listen to whatever you say. Or if I tell, I'm tossing 2 coins, in both the coins if you get head and head, we listen to what you say. Same, if I toss 2 coins and I get head, or I toss 1 coin 2 times and I check if I got head, same, yes. So what are the possible combinations that you get? Both the coins may be head. First coin might be head, second coin might be tail. First coin might be tail, second coin might be head, or both the coins may be tail. So there are 4 possible outcomes. 3 coins are tossed. Now if 3 coins are tossed, it is little difficult to analyze. Now can you tell me how many possible outcomes can come? You might say 4, 6, 4 is already over, so this has to be more than 4. 6? Wrong. See how? Start with head, head, head. Then put one tail and go and keep shifting it. So I'll put one tail now here. So it became H, H, T. Now shift the T there. H, T, H. Now shift the T here. T, H, H. Over. Now do the same thing with T, T, T. T, T, T. Put a H. T, T, H. Now shift the H by one step. T, H, T. Shift the H by one step. H, T, T. See, we would have covered all possible combinations. There is no other combination that is possible that we have left over here. So the sample space consists of 8 such possible outcomes. Now, how do we know that we are going to get 8 such possible outcomes? Is there any formula to know this? Yes, there is. Total number of possible outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes is equal to outcomes possible by one object, outcomes possible by one object to the power of number of objects. In detail, this is given in the note section. In the note section, the formulas, I have written it in full words. Refer to that. There is no space here, so I have written it in short, but I will show you how it works. Look here. So there are 2 coins tossed. So I want to know how many possible outcomes are there. Now we know 4. Let us check if we get 4 there. Outcomes possible by one object. By one coin, how many outcomes are possible? 2. How many coins are you using? The number of objects. 2. 2 square, 4. Next, check for sample space of this. Outcomes possible by one object. So don't use 3 coins, use 1 coin. If you use 1 coin, how many outcomes are possible? 2. How many objects are you using? You are using 3 objects. So this is 3. 2 power 3, 8. I hope it's understood how we applied that formula here. The next object we'll be studying is dice. A die is singular, dice, I-C-E is plural. A die has 6 faces. We know it has 6 faces. Each has 1 dot, 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots, 5 dots, 6 dots. We have all seen a dice. When one die is rolled, what are the possible outcomes? I can get the sample space. I can get either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. If 2 dice is rolled, I can get 1 and 1, or I can get 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, or 1 and 4, or 1 and 5, or 1 and 6, or I can get 2 and 1, or 2 and 2, or 2 and 3, or 2 and 4, or 2 and 5, or 2 and 6, or 3 and 1, 3 and 2, 3 and 3, 3 and 4, 3 and 5, 3 and 6. Next, I can get 4 and 1. Ma'am, can I get 1 and 4? Yes, it's already over here. 4 and 2, 4 and 3, 4 and 4, 4 and 5, 4 and 6. 5 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4, 5 5, 5 and 6. 6 and 1, 6 2, 6 3, 6 4, 6 5, 6 6. So many possible cases are there when you roll 2 dice. How many cases? Count this. You will find it to be equal to 36. Can I use my formula and find out what is the sample space? Yes, you can. The formula tells you total number of possible outcomes is equal to outcomes possible by one object. If I throw only one dice, how many outcomes are possible? 6. To the power of number of objects used. How many objects are you using here? 2. 6 square, 36. Therefore, the total possible outcomes of this sample space is 36. The next object we'll be studying is cards. It's a little confusing for many students, so concentrate on this part. It is easy if you understand what are the cards made up of. In each pack of cards, there will be 52 cards. 52 cards. This is called a pack or a deck. These 52 cards are divided into 26 black cards and 26 red cards. So 26 cards will be black, 26 cards will be red. Ma'am, what about joker? We don't take joker in this 52. In this 52 there is no joker, excluding joker. So 26 black cards, 26 red cards. These 26 black cards are further divided into 13 cards made of spade symbol, 13 cards made of club symbol. These 26 red cards are divided into 13 hearts and 13 diamonds. So this 13 spade, this is the symbol of spade, this is a symbol of club, this is a symbol of heart, this is a symbol of diamond. How do these 13 spades look? There will be numbering from A, no 1, instead of 1 it's A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, no 11 till 13, J, Q, K, Jack, Queen, King. A is referred to as ace. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. These 13 cards is called a set. Set. So how many sets are there in a pack of cards? 4 sets. Each set consists of ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, J, Q, K. Clear? Suppose the question is, how many face cards are there in a set? How many face cards are there in a set? 3 face cards. In one set there are 3 face cards. There are 3 faces. In one set, how many number cards are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 number cards. In one set, how many non-number cards are there? That means other than number. These all are numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. Non-numbered there are 4. Face cards there are 3. Exactly numbered there are 9. Yes. This much you need to know in one set. Accordingly, we can do it for a pack of cards. So just to summarize, a pack of cards consists of 52 cards, also referred to as deck. In one pack of cards, there are 26 black cards and 26 red cards. In the 26 black cards, we have 13 black spades and 13 black clubs. In 26 red, we have 13 red hearts and 13 red diamonds. Each of these 13 cards are referred to as a set. Each set consists of A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, J, Q, K. A note, these are 2 common words that you will find in almost every question in probability. At least and utmost. What does this mean? At least means minimum that value and more. Utmost means maximum that value and everything less than that is valid. For example, when a die is thrown, the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This makes up your sample space. What is the probability of getting a number? At least 3. What you have to get at least 3. That means minimum 3 and more. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 cases, division by 6. The answer is 2 by 3. What if it was probability of getting at most 3? Maximum 3. Maximum and less is allowed. So maximum 3. So maximum 3, less is allowed. 1, 2, 3. So 3 by 6. Answer is 1 by 2. Understood the meaning of these two words? Yeah. Few important results that we need to keep in mind about probability. See, probability's definition is favorable outcomes of the event to the total possible outcomes of the random experiment. So, total possible outcomes, there will always be some value. This number is always greater than denominator. Do you agree? Greater than or equal to denominator. That means, see, it can be 6 by 6. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 when a dice is thrown, or it can be 1 by 6, 2 by 6, depending on how many outcomes. Can the favorable outcomes be more than the possible outcomes? No. So, numerator will never be greater than denominator. That means the number always lies between 0 and 1. Will it ever be negative? No, it's never negative. Why? Because if the event is not occurring, you just say favorable outcomes is 0. You will never get it as negative. So, it's never negative, and probability of an event always lies between 0 and 1. In the video, in the previous section that we just learnt, we saw that the probability of an even number when the die is thrown, even numbers 2, 4, 6, it is 3 by 6, which is 1 by 2. Probability of an odd number or any other number other than this, not an even number, not even number, means what? Not even, not even, not even. 3 by 6, also 1 by 2. Add 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, 1. So, probability of an event plus probability of not an event is 1. We will take one more example if that was confusing. Probability of getting 2. If I want to get 2, my probability is only one possible outcome. There is only one possible outcome. That means one favorable outcome, one favorable outcome and 6 possible outcomes. So, 1 by 6. Probability of not getting 2. Probability of not getting 2. Not 2, not 2, not 2, not 2, not 2. 5 possible outcomes. 5 favorable outcomes. And what are the total possible outcomes? 6. 1 by 6 plus 5 by 6. 1 by 6 plus 5 by 6. 6 by 6, which is 1. So, I can say probability of an event plus probability of not the event is 1.